A pleasure to meet all at last, and now it's time for some more HGN Season 3. And now, some might wonder, what can I possibly do for the remainder of the season? Well, there's a couple of good ideas that I have pieced together. Well, here's one that I can at least give to you at the moment. 2150. That's a pretty impressive number already. Injustice is what it serves, though. And that's pretty much what we're going to do for today's piece. And so, as we probably know by now, injustice has, in fact, been a conversation piece, a topic that has been commonly talked about, especially in more recent years. Throughout the slobbering 20s, it does seem that injustice has been common placement in various social classes regarding each city, town, and village that's ever been situated in certain parts of this country and even elsewhere around the world. Why exactly is it mostly front page news at this point? Well, a couple of reasons. Partly because the many documented and undocumented incidences regarding extreme hatred for other people because of their skin color has in fact become a bit of a commodity, as it seems. And with all these different things that have basically forced it to be swept under the rug, it is only nowadays where it has become the headline of everything. You know, it was a huge wake-up call in May 2020 when the best of all the worst incidences could have ever happened. Why could I call it the best? Why would anyone want to call it the best incident of all time? Well, I guess for one thing, it shaped the way that the justice system has worked forever. One cop kneels down on a colored person's neck for several minutes, and that's enough to not only trigger an extreme movement against society, for extreme hatred that has basically gone on unaccounted for so long. We practically had this whole thing in the bag by the end of the 1990s, especially because of the many cases of police brutality that were known to have been documented left and right. But it turns out, all along, it never was truly dealt with. Somehow, with newer generations of so-called law enforcement, it never truly did go extinct, like it was supposed to back then. Instead, we had a new level of injustice, unlike anything that had ever been done before. That's why society was unbelievably sensitive and was horrified, and eventually made a mass outcry against the nation and the rest of the world. Even if we had committed any crimes at that time, you can't do jack about it now. I mean, the statute of limitations ain't gonna allow any of y'all to convict us. So, I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to try and convict me even, come and get me. Richmond Drive, Menominee Falls. Well, I don't want to go on too hard on that part because I'm still trying to be as sane as possible. I blame social media for doing a lot of horrible things back then, basically twisting a lot of stories. But we definitely know Floyd's case was not at all twisted, nor was it ever faked, nor was he on drugs at the time he was murdered. Can't believe people would lie about that. I'll just stop right here.